Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to World of Warships Legends. Here in the home of the slightly above average ship review, we are in the gearing. On this map, whatever it was, I forgot to look when it was on the screen. Shards, grease, crash zone. Alright, it's crash zone. We're on crash zone. We're in the American Legendary Tier Destroyer gearing. The gearing is a gunboat. Don't be fooled by the long-range torpedoes. We are going to display the torpedo capability of the gearing in this video. But don't be fooled, the gearing is not a torpedo boat, it is a gunboat. And I will display this through geometric logic and a little bit of arithmetic when we review the ship after the game in the port. Alright, so here we are capturing Charlie. Got a couple of ships behind us. Sorry for talking over the voice over there.
Requesting support.
There's the Yamato.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
And the enemy destroyer, I believe, is already in the cap here with us, so it's just a matter of finding him, isolating him, and killing him. And it is great that these torpedoes have a really long range, but it's not great because when they go that far, they tend to spread out a lot and create these big gaps that some ships can sail right through. And as you can see, those torpedoes off in the distance, they just have a random gap between torpedo 3 and 4 for some unknown reason. All right, there's a Vanguard over
All
there and
stations,
also
reporting the position of a strategic target.
an Ochakov, and there is the Shimakaze. So we're going to launch and hope the Shimakaze blunders into those. And we're just kind of milling around here, waiting to get a good time to isolate the gearing. I would not push up on the gearing like that in this instance because the Vanguard's coming in
Smoke
there and
generator started.
you really don't want to get shot at by anybody else. You really want the opportunity to burn down the gearing by yourself. All right, so we threw up our American smoke screen, very long lasting smoke screen, and we're using that opportunity to fire upon the Vanguard.
All stations.
Those torpedoes are probably going to miss, but I am moving
Stations,
up a little
requesting
bit to get
fire
out
at a
of their way.
designated target.
Continuing to shoot at the Vanguard
Smoke screen set.
and farm a little bit of damage. I want to say with my build, we have a 3.2 second reload on these guns, but maybe it's faster, maybe 2.9 seconds. Anyway, it is a very, very, very high volume of fire, and that's why I say this ship is not a torpedo boat. So don't be fooled by those long-range torpedoes. I ran um, Albert Cleaves in here for a long time. But now I have Vincent Mordoff, and I fell victim to the cartoon commanders, and that rate of fire is just too hard to ignore. We do set the Vanguard on fire, and it looks like he damaged combat, so
All stations, requesting
I'm
fire at a
trying to
designated
maneuver
target.
here to get
Engine boost
after this
activated.
Shimakaze. I believed he was going to move in, that's why I started cranking up the propulsion. We are going to spam some torpedoes out at that Yamato. No belief he's going to come around the corner of that island, though. But here we have the opportunity to engage the Shima from behind cover, protecting us from the Vanguard. This is what you want. The battleships can't shoot at us because there are islands in the way. He is backing up, but as you can see, just the sheer volume of fire from the ship is so much that that Shima has no chance to stand up once he gets spotted. And we're moving towards him in a way that he can't not be detected in just a few seconds. So there he is. Gotta love the aiming bug. And we're going to burn him down rather quickly. He launches some meaningless torpedoes that we can dodge. And sayonara means goodbye. Kill number one. All right. Yamato backing up behind the island. We missed him with our torpedoes. Maybe we got him with one torpedo when I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. But we're headed that way. Hoping to bait him to come out from behind the island here to see if we can torpedo him again. And I realize he's not going to come out from behind the island. And so again, I know this may be slightly boring. We're just going to kind of hang out here. Um, the Yamato is in full reverse. The Vanguard is very far away. Well, not very far away, but he's far away. There's an island in the middle. You can see that good AA on the gearing disposed of the spotter plane almost immediately as soon as we were spotted. And we do cap out Charlie because we disposed of the Shima. All right, so right here, we're going to do a little bit of maneuvering. Throw up your sonar all you want, God. It doesn't matter. We're going to do a little theoretical math. So theoretically, as we look at the Ochkov, we have a 2.9-second reload. So 60 divided by 2.9 equals 20 times 6 gun barrels times 2,000 HE shell damage. I think it's lower than that. That came out to about just under 250,000 DPM. I think the reload is lower than 2.9. So we'll see. All right, Vanguard here. Decided to come back out around the island. I welcome that notion. And I launch one set of torpedoes and turn away because we still got the Yamato over here. I don't want him sneaking out on me. We also got that Ochkov out there. So we're just kind of maneuver around, do another circle here. And this is a great stalling tactic, a way to create distance between you and an enemy ship while keeping your eye on the target, just doing a circle like that. So that's what we did there. Looks like the Ochkov is actually going to blunder into some of those torpedoes. So at this point, I decide let's go see what this Yamato is up to. And there is hit number one on the Ochkov. And we are getting two more torpedoes in on the Vanguard. And there's the Yamato. He is also in torpedo range. Well, he's pretty much been in torpedo range the entire time. So as soon as we get clear of the island, we are going to launch our second set of 5. He's actually coming towards us. So we're going to light him up and set him on fire. And then hoping he damage cons in time to get hit by the torpedoes. And then there won't be any way for him to stop that from happening. It doesn't look like he did damage con, but it isn't going to matter. We get 2 more torpedo strikes, and then he does damage con, but we're just going to burn him down after setting him on fire. All right, that is kill number 3. All right, so encouraging my teammates shoot the Vanguard. I think it's a cruiser behind us. There's the very dangerous Minotaur. I can tell you, if you're in a destroyer and you are in a match with a Minotaur and you are in close proximity to the Minotaur, be very afraid. If you are a down-tiered cruiser in close proximity to a Minotaur, be very afraid. The Minotaur seems to be very strong. Very strong. And maybe the Royal Navy deserves that. Maybe they do. Because although they have some nice ships, I think the Nelson is a really nice battleship. Um, maybe they need an OP ship. Every nation deserves at least one. All right, so Vanguard here. Obviously, he is in our quite lengthy torpedo range. I want to say 16.5 kilometer torpedo range with this build. So we're going to launch one set at him because that's all we had to launch. There is a Richelieu. He is protected by an island, and I'm working on a reload, so we're just going to have to deal with him a little bit later. As you can see, our team is down despite my best efforts, although we do have 2 cap circles, and the enemy team only has the one they started with. All right, So kind of maneuvering towards the Richelieu. And then I want to say he's turning out and away. So since I can't torped him, and look over here at this Alaska and torp in his intended direction. Just checking on the Vanguard over there. If you haven't checked out my Vanguard video, it really is par excellence. Sorry, I'm not trying to shame anybody by speaking foreign languages, but yeah, it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome video. Pretty awesome game. All right. So we're going to zoom in here in a second on this Vanguard, just in time to see 1, 2 torpedo strikes. Kill number 3. All right, we're officially hunting for a Kraken. So we got those torpedoes at the Alaska. Those look good, but I think he is slowing down right now. And we got the Richelieu over here, and somewhere off in the distance is the Minotaur. I really don't want anything to do with the Minotaur. So the Alaska did slow down. Our torpedoes totally missed. I am going to try to light him on fire, just because. As you can see, fantastic DPM. It looks like a 2.6 second reload maybe. And then for some inexplicable reason, our Alaska rams their Alaska. So I don't espouse that, nor do I get that. All right, Richelieu knows where we are, unfortunately. So we're in our smoke screen. We're watching him turn. As you can see, the torpedo indicator is all over the place. And so we are going to send some torpedoes at the Richelieu. And then I want to say here, I'm going to start lighting them up, but we are too far out of the smoke stream. And that was an error on my part, and the Richelieu is going to make me pay here in just a second. Yikes, he was ready for me, boy. All right, so that was a misplay. All right, we do hit the Richelieu with a torpedo, and it looks like he is damage con, so we're just going to try to set him on fire here while we're waiting for our second torpedo rack to reload. And we do, and that's all we wanted right there. Luckily, we moved out of the way of his salvo there, but now we're in his detection due to that spotting module in slot 3. And this is where the speed or lack thereof of the gearing hurts, because we could not quickly move back out of spotting range, and we do get killed. But we do hit him with a couple more torpedoes, start another flood, unlock that high caliber metal, and there the Richelieu floods out. It's just a flesh wound, and the Kraken unleashed. All right, I think I'm going to cut here to the end of the match. All right, so here we are at the end of the match. Actually, the time ran out. And here we are on the victory screen. So we got the high caliber metal, the Kraken Unleashed medal, and it's just a flesh wound medal. We ended up with 182,077 total damage, 11 torpedo strikes. I harped all game about how it wasn't a torpedo boat. Of course, those 5 big kills and 1 solo base cap. Ended up with 458,000 plus silver and 7523 ship XP and Commander XP. There we are at the top of the board in the gearing. 33-43. Those 5 big kills. We got some help from CK General. And the Richelieu, hey, he had a good game in a loss. But I am really happy about this match with the gearing. Now that I've decided it's a gunboat. All right, here we are on the port. Taking a look at the upgrades, we went with Aiming System Mod 1, Propulsion Mod 2, Concealment System Mod 1, and Main Battery Mod 3. Really, those aren't A surprise to anybody for a gunboat legendary destroyer, or they shouldn't be. All right, we got 2 charges of the smoke generator and 2 charges of the engine boost. We did not run any booster flags in this match. Got that permanent standard camouflage and the Independence Day 21 flag. 19,400 hit points with this build. Got those 3 twin 127 turrets, 10.7 kilometer firing range, 2.3 second reload, 8.3 second turn time, 2,000 HE shell damage, 5% fire chance, and the AP shells do 2,300 damage. So quick math, 60 divided by 2.3 is around 26 times 6 barrels times 2,000. And so the DPM, 313043 DPM. That is amazing. All right, torpedoes, 2 quintuple tube launchers, reload in 136 seconds, max damage 17,900, 16.5 kilometer range at 66 knots, and detectability 1,400 meters. AA defense, okay, not helpless. Main battery does count as AA. Max speed, not great, 36 knots. Turning circle, not great, 640 meters. Rudder shift is average, 3.6 seconds. And concealment, 5.2 kilometers on the surface, 3.1 from the air, 2.6 when firing in smoke. Let's take a look at our commander, Vincent Mordoff. Waste not the base trait, reduce the reload. That's how we end up with a DPM of 313 and change. 313,000 DPM. It's pretty amazing. And that's why it's a gunboat. We got Bay and Swirsky. I like running double concealment on a lot of these ships. Observant Rage, look at me now. Perceptive, you don't need twist and track because the turret traverse on the U.S. destroyers is so good. And so that's my opinion on that. We do have a unique skill here in row 4, Sheltered Arms. You can see when it is maxed out at legendary level 4, both the main battery and the torpedo launchers cannot be incapacitated. That's pretty valuable for a gunboat. It's going to be gunfighting. And then, of course, we ran with the legendary skill of Unstoppable. All right, everybody, that's the gearing. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe for more slightly above average ship reviews. Thanks for watching.